So I'm just going to jump right into it. How has the present economic situation impacted your business to date?
What a great question, and a loaded one as well, right?
Yeah.
Well, obviously it has affected it quite a bit,
Yeah.
but I am an optimist person, I think, from nature. So I've taken this opportunity to slow down and reevaluate what was wrong, what wasn't really working,
Right.
and realign ourselves with the vision that I originally had.
Right.
And so the time has been obviously not planned, but very much taken advantage of.
Cool. And so that really leads into my next question then, and that is, like, how has your business changed over the last little while? What were some of the things that you did have to reevaluate?
Right. So we are a marketplace.
Yeah.
So we're always, I guess, marketing for the two sides, the customer who needs the service,
Right.
and the actual service provider.
Yeah.
So I think through this, we discovered that we could be more efficient. Through COVID, we discovered that we could be more efficient with some of the processes,
Right.
and tweaking a little bit the business model that we have,
Right.
that could now adjust a lot better to the economy situation that we're living in, basically.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So what would be some lessons that you've learned taking forward to when things are normal or whatever it's going to be?
Some of the lessons. So are you meaning like through the time of COVID, or through the lessons of what we were before, of kind of what we're coming up after COVID?
I would say more the latter, like what you were before, and how you've learned things that you needed to change to adapt to what the new normal is going to be.
I feel like we were in a rat race,
Yeah.
and a lot of comparisonitis, I think,
Right.
in businesses, especially in tech,
Yeah.
of who's there, who's the new kid in the block, what are they doing? Because it is an industry that moves very fast.
Yes.
But I believe, and faster now that obviously is everybody is at home, right?
Right. Yeah.
But I do feel like some of the learnings are just that: slow down. You know, we're always, as long as we have a vision clear and the purpose of what we're meant to do, we're always on the right path. And that's been something that I had to learn while I was trying to catch up and go faster and go faster.
Right.
Was, whoa, slow down. You have the opportunity to do it now. But I think as things ramp up, we're also seeing that we have better processes.
Right.
We're listening to our customers. People actually have the time now to talk to us and tell us what our services out there that we have are actually solving their problem and not ours.
Right. Yeah. No, that's really important.
Yeah.
What advice would you give a new business owner starting out today?
The advice that I would give a new business starting out today is take the plunge, first of all, because being out there and putting yourself out there is always very scary. But I think this is the correct time to do it. There's so much uncertainty right now that as long as you have a clear vision of where you're going and not doing it because it is supposed to be, you know, a pressure thing, do it. Actually get into motion. It does not have to be perfect. If it's perfect, you're too late. I've heard that over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So just get out there and start making noise. You will figure it out as you go. If you're in the right plan, if you need to tweak it.
Yeah. And I think if you've got like a good product, people will be very forgiving of that first iteration of that product.
Yeah.
If it's not perfect, they're willing to work with you until it gets
and be humble, right? Your small businesses right now are having a great support from by the community, and I think that the more the people know that you are a small business, the more forgiving they are, because they understand that you do not have the corporate manpower to actually look at every detail, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been reading a bunch of stuff, especially on LinkedIn, talking about how it's okay to actually show that you're not perfect and that you do make mistakes, because people like to see that you're real and that you're not one of these corporate entities that have like everything so polished that, you know, you're willing to admit, hey, I'm just a one person or two person show and I don't have it all right, but I'm willing to change and get better.
Exactly. We do that with our customers. We try to let them know as soon as they jump into our service that if there's anything wrong, if there's anything that isn't basically up to their standards, let us know, because there's always room to improve and fast in a small business, right?
Right. And I guess, so my last question is, what are your plans for the future? What are like, where are you going? What is this going to become now as you look forward?
Great question. I think the future is very exciting because of the transformation that we are going through right now. I think, reconnected again with the vision that we had of empowerment of the contractors and really being that incubator, that accelerator to help them build their business, because as they do, we do.
Right.
So I think for us, the slower pace that we're all living, I know that this isn't going to be what everybody likes to hear, is actually going to give us the momentum to grow with the market again. So very, very excited about that.
No, that is so cool. And so, Naomi, like, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got this thing all started, and then like what it is that you guys, who you are.
Yes, absolutely.
What do you do?
Yeah, so I used to be a general contractor, and I used to do kitchens and bath, high end, and I had a lot of fun doing it for over 10 years. But while I was doing that, I noticed that there was a huge gap. Customers on one side looking for contractors that could help them do smaller jobs, and not finding necessarily somebody reliable or that they could trust to do it and not just go away with their money.
Right.
And on the other side, having to always source for trades for our own projects, and noticing that there was a huge population that was kind of in that gray area in the construction industry. So they're the micro business, I like to call them. They haven't really established themselves yet as a smaller business. I mean, they're working on their tools, and they're trying to market, and they're trying to invoice, and they're trying. But at the end, you know how it is. And business actually requires a lot more time. So helping them connect with that market online. And third, my passion for technology and all that it can do for our lives and our betterment of our lives. So I combined all of that, and JobJar became a platform, a marketplace, a gig economy marketplace that would empower people wanting to succeed in the construction industry.
Right.
So that's what we do. The purpose of the platform is basically for the customers to find reliable, convenient help for small jobs. The do-it-yourself job that just got a little too big for you.
That never happened. Never.
Yeah, you started something and now to finish it, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And then for the contractors, the one-man show to, first of all, feel inclusive, feel included into maybe a company that is supporting their growth. So we are focusing on giving them marketing tools and accounting tips and bookkeeping, so they know what it actually is required from them to succeed.
Cool. To me, that's just a really exciting business, because I think that is the wave of the future. Like, the gig economy is not going away, and more,
especially not right now.
No, not right now. And with all these people that are now out of work, out of employment, they're going to be looking for ways to feed their families. And I think that it's going to create all kinds of new business. And there are all kinds of these people that are going to start going, well, hey, you know what? I can supply for my family by doing what I'm trained to do, but I don't have to have an employer. And I get that freedom to know that I get to choose the jobs that I go on.
especially right now, it's if you are an employee, you're very uncertain right now. Yeah. So what a lot of people are thinking of that plan B or plan C, starting that before the wave hits them, right? So we see a lot of people inquiring, hey, I'm from the oil rigs, or I am on the tools, but I do commercial. Can I also do residential? Absolutely. So our model, what we want them to have is basically insurance. So they have to have liability insurance, and they have to have a background check, police background check. The model is they jump onto our platform as a member of the platform. This is probably going to air before this release that we're working on. So I'm giving you a little bit of behind the scenes, but they sign up into a membership, and they get a shop. And this is a kind of a really cool model that we're working on, because a lot of people are saying like, what? An online in-home service mall? Like, what are you talking about? Every contractor will have like their menu of services. So imagine Skip the Dishes, Amazon, but for construction services, and they get booked that way. And then for the customer, it's super easy to just see, okay, yes, Spotlight is this much, or cleaning services this much, and they book from there. So it's very cool.
That is very cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'd love to know, like, when you got it all up and running, put it up on LinkedIn so I can go take a look at it.
Absolutely.
I will be one of those guys that will need those services, because I'm great at starting, not so great at finishing.
Yes, we all are. We are all. Don't worry about it.
For sure. Oh, well, thank you so much for coming on my show today there, Naomi. I'm going to put your links, so Facebook, LinkedIn, email, all that kind of stuff, so people can get in contact with you. And I'm really looking forward to what this is going to become, because I think that you've got so much potential here, and you've got so much opportunity for people in Alberta to start going out and taking care of their families and themselves. And this is what we're all about. This is what Albertans do, is they go out, they find something that works, and then they just grow it and make it better. And so I'm just really, really excited about this.
Resiliency, for sure. Thank you so much for this initiative, and for obviously having me here today.
You bet. You have yourself a wonderful afternoon, and we will talk to you again.